Hey everybody, welcome back to 12 Days of Holidays. This is the final day, day 12. Okay, we've made it. This is probably going to be the, I don't want to say difficult, but the weirdest for me to video. So I hope, just because there's a lot of intricate things that need to happen here. So I'm hoping this will make sense to you. If not, feel free to reach out. We'll get it done. So the first thing is you have your macrame cord, 3 pieces of it, and then you have your keychain. So I'm using 2 different colors because it's going to be easier to show you what you need to do with the 2 different colors. So you should have one 7-foot rope, another 7-foot rope, and a 12-inch rope. This is just macrame that I use to tie this to a cup because it's going to make this easier. So just use any kind of string or yarn you have and tie it to a cup or something stationary because you're going to be working off of this, so it'll just make it a little bit easier for it to stay here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach these 2 ropes to the keychain. Now, what we need to do is we need to measure out 5 feet and 2 feet on each. So you're going to do it with one, and then we're going to duplicate it on the second one, because when you put your string on here, your 5-foot piece should be on the outside and your 2-foot piece should be on the inside, because your outside piece is your working piece. I don't know if that makes sense, but here we go. So we need to measure out 2 feet. 1, 2. Okay, so then you're going to fold it in half with one piece, and then you're going to duplicate it with the second piece. Okay, so we've got 2 feet and, see, 2 feet and 5 feet. So 2 feet piece goes on the inside, 5 feet piece goes on the outside. So this is my 2 feet piece right here. Okay, so I want that on the inside. So I'm just gonna do a little loop-de-loop here. So I'm just gonna put the loop in there, grab these 2, and pull through. Whoop. And see, my 2 feet piece is on the inside and my 5-foot piece is on the outside. Now it's important, see how that just flipped? It's important that you make sure that 2-foot piece stays on the inside. And then we're going to do the same thing with my other color here. So I've got 2 feet on the inside. Okay, and you're just going to take your loop and you're going to pass it through there. Then you're going to grab these 2 and pull it through. And then tighten up. So this is 3mm braided cord. The tutorial that I watched is actually using 5, but 3 work just fine. I've made one of these already. So okay, I'm going to kind of pull this out of the way because I want you to see. Just so you understand what I'm saying here. Okay, so I've got my 4 pieces, and the 2-foot pieces are on the inside, and the 5-foot pieces are on the outside. Because your outside pieces, those are your working pieces. These literally just stay in the middle. These are what you're working with. Okay, so give me just a minute to get prepped after this. I'm going to pause the video. And again, 2-foot pieces in the middle, 5-foot pieces on the outside. I'll be right back. Okay, so this video might be a little choppy just because I want to make sure that I'm explaining it to you the right way when we first start. And then once I get going, we'll be good to go. But the first thing we have to do is we have to create our square knot here, our beginning square knot. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this outside piece and see how I made a triangle here? This outside piece, the 5-foot piece, goes over the 2 middle pieces, and then this outside piece goes over here, So you've got a triangle. Okay, so triangle over, then under this side, then this goes under and through. Ta-da! And then you want to just leave a little bit of space right there. Okay? All right. Let's see, I'm going to pause and see how you do. Okay, here we go. So that last knot, we're going to push all the way up to the top to make sure this is nice and tight and all of our cord stays together. And now from here, we're going to start our actual square knots and start working our way down the piece. So this is very similar to what we just did, a little different. So what we're going to do is you take your working braid again, the long piece, and you're going to make it into that triangle, okay? And then this piece is going to go under this and the middle, pull through. And what you want to do is you want to leave a little bit, like a 1-inch space right here, because this is where we're going to tie things together. So you're going to leave that space there, okay? Now we're going to do the opposite side of what we just did. So you're going to take this and make it a triangle. So this piece right here is always going to be basically the piece that you're working with. This one just kind of follows along, if that makes sense. So now the same thing. You're going to go over this, under, and through. Then you're going to pull it together, and voila! You have your first knot. Remember, you're going to leave this little piece in here, okay? We're going to do that together. So again, this piece is always your working piece. You're working with one piece. If you need to, put a little tag on there so you know. This is why I'm telling you it was easier to do 2 colors to show you, so that way you know that the red, which kind of looks orange on the screen, is always our working piece. So we're going to make our triangle, and our yellow is going to go over, under, and through. Now, if you're not doing this on a table, it's going to work up a lot faster, but I'm just trying to do this so you guys can see. Okay? So now we're going to take our working piece, triangle, over, under, through, and tighten. Ta-da! There's number 2. Now, you know you're going to know you're doing it right when you've got V's and outside. Now, your pieces are the same color, so you won't see it, but then it'll be reversed on the opposite. But see how there's 2 V's there, and then there's sides. That's how you know you're doing it right. So I'm going to do it with you one more time. Ready? Over, get our little triangle, take our yellow, over, under, through. Pull tight. Not too tight, just a little tight. Okay, same thing. Triangle, over, under, through. Pull. Looks like ketchup and mustard on here. Okay, there we go. Now, my tutorial says to do this 23 times to make your wristlet, because this is actually going to fold over. But they're using a 5mm, so I actually made it a little bit longer. I think I did 30, but you can make it as long or as short as you want. So I'm going to keep going with this. Let's do it one more time. Triangle, over, under, through. Pull. Triangle, over, under. Oh, see, I didn't go under that time. Let's try that again. Triangle, because you want to make sure you're grabbing these middle pieces. Over, triangle, over. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, under. Had to stop and think for a second. Through. You always want to grab these middle pieces, is there what you're building upon. All right. Over, under, through. It took me, you guys, I had to stop and restart this video like 20 times because I could not get it. But now that, once you, so don't feel bad, but once you get started, it goes pretty fast. Under, just remember that under needs to go over these little middle pieces. Okay. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stop the video, but I'm going to fast forward through the rest of this. Okay, so now I have made it to my preferred length, and now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it over, and then I'm going to show you how to finish it off. So like I said, I think I did 30 knots altogether, because each side is a half. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you're going to match where these knots start and these knots end. You're going to match up, and then these pieces are going to go through here. So just like this. Just like that, okay? And so you're going to get them nice and matched up, and these are going to just kind of, so see how that is? Just like that, okay? Okay, so now that we have this looped through and these matching on this side, we're going to turn this backwards so that way these pieces are falling back, okay? Then this is where you're going to take your little piece here. So you're going to create a loop, and you want a little bit of a tail hanging out, and you're going to just place this right here, okay? And what we're going to do is, this is called a gathering knot. So what we have to do is we're going to kind of hold all these together, and you're going to take this piece and you're going to tightly wrap it around the top. See what I'm doing there? Oops. And once you've gotten all the way around, okay, you're going to take this piece, and you want to do it pretty tight, and this is going to go through that loop once you're done. Okay, and then you're going to pull this piece really tight, and that's going to secure that piece. Ta-da! Pull pretty tight. And now all we have to do is chop these pieces off. Where's my scissor? There it is. So we're just going to cut. Careful not to cut your working pieces. And there you have it. Your macrame beaded wristlet keychain. Ta-da! Alright, well, this tutorial finalizes our 12 days of holidays. I hope you all have had as much fun creating as we had, and I hope you all have happy holidays. And if you have any questions or concerns at all, please feel free to call the library, 774-8805. Thanks, and have a great day.